Hey everyone, Melanie from jarofstress.com. I'm hoping I won't wake up the child by talking to you guys. We'll see how that goes. I'm back with another haul videos for this month, and this is actually all stuff that I bought locally. I didn't order anything online this month because we've just been on holidays and you know, just been spending money on holidays, so I couldn't really justify buying stuff from my usual digs like Simon Systems and stuff. So I'm going to start with what I bought before going on holidays. So I've got 4 new Copics. So R05, R22, yep, like that, V15, V17, R22 and R5, and they will be joining my collection of Copic, and that's my collection of Copic you can see here. So I'm trying to buy from each color family and build my collection like that. I will eventually get most of them. I don't know if I'll get all of them, but yeah. So I didn't fill that up. So I'm going to do that now. It's going to be very interesting, I'm pretty sure. So R22. As you can see, I already have R20 and I've got R14, so I thought that those 3 would work together quite nicely. And R5, which is a bit more orangey, so it would work pretty good with my oranges there as well. And then V15. And V17. As you can see, I buy the Ciaos, not the sketch, because I don't use my Copic enough to justify the big thing. And the baby is awake. Of course, I just started filming. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. The child is awake, so if you hear noise in the background, it's Leon talking. And he's looking at me smiling because he thinks I'm talking to him. Anyway. You can, that's him in the background. So the next thing I bought from the same shop actually as the Copic, I bought that from my local art supply shop, is 4 colored pencil, 2 Polychromos and 2 Derwent Artists. The reason I bought one of each, or well, 2 of each actually, is I needed some specific colors and Polychromos didn't have the color I needed in their collection. Now Polychromos and Derwent Artists are different kind of colored pencil. Polychromos are oil based and Derwent Artists are waxed based. I prefer the Polychromos to any kind of wax based pencil, but in a pinch I will use wax based pencil. Wax based pencils also tend to be what's the word? More opaque than oil pencils, so that's something to bear in mind. And yeah, I really love the Polychromos, and the Derwent Artists are quite nice too. So that goes in my pile of pencil, and I do have a Polychromos. That's my Polychromos color sheet, and you see I don't have many of them. I buy them 2 or 3 or 4 at a time when I need a special color. I like building my my collections like that. It makes sense to me to not buy the whole thing, because then I get exactly what I want. Next, while I was on holiday, I needed some new some new watercolor brushes, and in the end I didn't use them, but I'm going to use them eventually. Those are cheap watercolor brushes, and I don't mind buying some cheap watercolor brushes from time to time. So they come in size 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think that's right. And they're for watercolor, gouache, poster color, tempera, and acrylic. And they're synthetic. And I think they were like $12 or $13, $14 maybe. Next, I went to Spotlight yesterday, and I bought a few things. First, I was going to Spotlight for that, which is, I don't know if you can see properly, which is 10 page protectors in 4 by 4 inches or 10 by 10 centimeters. because we just got back from holidays and I've got plenty of photos to go in my travel album. I will show you that very shortly when I filmed the videos. I've printed all my pictures yesterday. From Spotlight I also got those remarks, what's it called? Letter stickers. Wow, I couldn't find the word right there. And those ones are called So Fun, and they're white. And the font is a bit funky. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, the font is a bit funky, a bit funkier than I would like, but I will make do with that. And finally, from Spotlight, this one in the this was in the $6 bin, so I grabbed that. It's Dear Lizzy Fantastic stickers, and there's 249 stickers. And I forgot to say that in the remarks stickers there are 144. Let me zoom in for you guys. And that's those ones. Fantastic foam letter sticker. And I like those because first there's 6 E's, which is always nice, and they're quite tiny. Sometimes stickers are a bit too big for what I want to use them for. And since I was at Spotlight, across the road from where Spotlight is, there's an art shop which sells my favorite kind of watercolors. So I grabbed 2 watercolors. That's also why I was going to this part of town yesterday, because I really wanted those watercolors. So this one is Cyan, or primary blue, and I don't have any paper or paint. I've got paintbrushes, but I don't have any paper to show you what color it is. And this one is burnt sienna, and those are Italian watercolor, and I really like them. They're really transparent, and they come in bazillions of colors, which you don't necessarily need, but primary blue is a good one to have. I've got Prussian blue, which is quite dark, and I really wanted something a bit lighter. I'm gonna see if I can use my paintbrushes here. You can hear the child in the background. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. I don't have water. So that's primary blue. So it's going to be quite dark here, but that's primary blue. And that's burnt umber, which is a good brown. And the reason I'm not a brown fan, but it's good for shadows and stuff, and it's also good to make your own greys. If you've got blue and brown, you can make a good grey. And the other thing I got from this shop was another Derwent Artist in Chinese white, because the one thing about the polychromos is that the white polychromos is very good for blending, not so much for if you want to make highlights, like strong highlights in the eye or stuff like that. It tends to disappear. It's not opaque enough. This Derwent Artist Chinese white should be much better for that. So that's it for that. Yesterday I will need to rinse my paintbrushes in a minute, and you can see the colors. So that's primary blue and burnt umber, which is a warm yellowish, I guess, reddish brown. I don't quite like it. And finally, for this month, the last thing I bought is from my local paper plus, which is I was going to say a stationery, but it's more like a news agent. It's white smooth board and white linen board. The white smooth board is 225 grams. I have no idea how much it is in pounds, but that must be something around 90 to 100 pounds. Something like that, maybe 110, I'm not sure. It's quite, it's a good-ish, I guess it's good for card bases and stuff. And white linen, which got a texture. I don't know if you can see through the wrapping. And it's 240 grams, which is 120 pounds, something like that. And they're quite cheap. I mean, I get 12 sheets for $6.49, and it's very convenient because it's walking distance from me. So, and the brand is Kaskad. So yeah, that's it for this month, and it's still quite a few supplies, enough to have some fun. I will put links to where you can buy that if you don't have a local shop near you, at least for those Project Life and sticker stuff. That I know that Dick Blick store them. They've got them on their website, and also those Copics and colored pencil are also on Dick Blick as well, and probably other fine art supplies website. I'm pretty sure. I know that Simon Systems got Copics, but I think that they sell the sketch and not the Ciaos, and I don't think they've got those colored pencil. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to start filming as soon as I've finished tidying up here. I'm going to start filming my Project Life. I've got 2 videos that I want to film, and I've got some scrapbooking videos, and I'm going to film all weekend for you guys because I'm so excited to be getting back into filming. So I'll talk to you guys very shortly. Bye bye!